Hello, Internet! So, the day is here. The time has come. Mass Effect Legendary Edition is out for various consoles as well as PC, and I am all for that. I loved Mass Effect. I played the ever-loving crap out of all three games. I railed at the original ending. I downloaded the update. I downloaded the mods. I saved the universe over and over again. And I'm back. I am back to live it all again in glorious high resolution and high refresh rate and all the wonderful goodness that comes along with it. So, what are my first impressions? After all, literally just came out today. This isn't a gameplay video. I'm not going to be doing a Let's Play because, frankly, that's a huge commitment with how big these games are. But I thought I'd give my first day impressions on Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Mass Effect for me is a game and a series that I hold close to my heart. I spent many hours going through side quest after side quest, poring over the planets. I even sort of made an attempt to research every single planet in at least one of the games. I think I actually accomplished this in the first game at one point. I probably won't ever do that again. My point is, I love this universe. I love the characters. I love everybody. My favorite being Tali, but we're not going to get into that. Frankly, I'm just excited for a good, honest reason to come back and explore and experience the universe of Mass Effect again, and in a way that I never was able to before, because it didn't exist. Not to mention the fact that I don't think I ever actually got around to getting all of the DLC, and there's a lot of DLC over 3 games, so let's not forget, this is 3 games and all of their DLC for the price of 1. So I am just really excited to get back into the world and go and visit all my old friends again. Tali, and Garrus, and Ashley, and that guy who I always get killed in the first game because I honestly don't care, and all the rest. I am excited for Mass Effect once again. Now obviously, the main reason we're all here is the graphical update. Now it's been a long time since I've played ME1, been a long time since I played 2 or 3, so I know, admittedly, my memory on what it actually looked like is a little bit hazy, and maybe I should have looked up some reference material before I really got into it, but I felt I had a pretty good rendering of my brain of what it used to look like. Plus, they've been releasing comparison screenshots and videos for a while now to give us a general idea. And if nothing else, I can tell you from experience that the new version of Mass Effect 1 at least looks amazing. The lighting is definitely improved, the textures are phenomenally better, everything is higher res, and combined with the fact that I have a much more powerful system now, they've made it so that my system can take advantage of the resources that it has to do ME1 justice. The game runs beautifully smooth. It is a treat to play. The Legendary Edition is more than just a new coat of paint and a spit polish on an old series of games. The team over at BioWare has put a lot of effort in to not only increase the graphical fidelity and completely revamp much of the lighting and other special effects, but also to tweak the gameplay and to make a more cohesive experience over all 3 games. Even in the first game, you can see this somewhat, as the gunplay does feel a bit tighter, not much relying as much on the old background number system that was so heavily dependent on the original playthrough. Some players found this somewhat frustrating, as you would shoot a target and completely miss despite having no reason to miss. Now, from what I understand and what I've experienced thus far, the background numbers aren't gone. It's still, the first one, much more of an RPG experience than some of the later shootery elements of the later 2 series entries, but I think most fans will find the gunplay here to be a good bit tighter. Now, it's not just graphics. As I said, they've gone through and overhauled many elements of the gameplay to make it all feel tighter and a better experience overall. But you might ask, what about the Mako? Did they in fact improve the Mako as they promised they would? Well, I can say it does seem to control in a manner that is less insane than it used to. Again, it's been a while since I last played it, so I can't necessarily say for certain. I do remember the Mako being a nail-bitingly, hair-pullingly, soul-crushing experience to use, and I gotta say, first impressions, it's not that bad. It's still a little weird, it's still a little wonky. I mean, hey, it's the Mako. So, ultimately, what is my first day impression of Mass Effect Legendary Edition? So far, I have to say, very positive. The opening launcher is tight, works well, gives you easy access to all 3 games right off the bat. It does seem to keep a little bit of a record there too. It's pretty cool. Brings you right into the next game. Character creator is what we expect. It's tight. I'm looking forward to seeing how well that continues over the course of the 3 games, especially seeing how the save game system transfers over the course of the 3 games. And so far, it's been great. The only thing I could say against it is I did encounter one bug, if you can even call it that. My system went to sleep at one point while the game was still running because I had to leave the room. When I came back, it kind of froze up on me and wouldn't really work, and I had to close it and restart. But other than that, no problems whatsoever. I will actually give you one extra point. I don't remember if this is something that was in the code from the original game. Again, it's been a long time. I have encountered a couple of weird instances of enemy AI where they just stay hiding in cover forever, and I have to run down and gun them out. But other than that, it's just what I remember, but way prettier. Better lighting, better colors, better everything, as far as I can tell. So, my recommendation, if you haven't played Mass Effect before, first of all, are you like 8 or were you under a rock? Either way, what's wrong with you? Go get the Legendary Edition and play through these wonderful sci-fi chunks of goodness. If you have played Mass Effect, assuming you didn't just finish the trilogy and you're a fan, I would recommend it too, because so far it looks great. Now, I assume the power of that update will be lessened as I get through into 2 and into 3, because those are just more recent games that looked better to begin with. But either way, it should be a good experience. It should be great looking if the first game so far is anything to go by. So, as always, my name is Jonathan. This is Geekish. Thank you so much for watching, and go play Mass Effect and save the universe, Commander.